Oh, oh, hello, my sweet. So won't you come with me? There's oh so much to show in this grimdark distillery. So if you like bullshit or want some hobby tips, this nightmare priest nigh unbinary world magnificent welcomes you. Hello, my sweets. Whew, I gotta blow my nose. 1 second. I'm out of breath. I was running around. Sorry about that. I was running a little behind, so I was trying to make it down here before the music went off. Boo-doo-doo-doo-doo. And also on top of that, I don't think I fucking shared that link because I was waiting to see if... Here we go. Yep. We're going to go ahead and turn this off. Share. Copy. Instagram. Bam. And there we go. Alrighty. Well, so I've been kind of working on a bunch of random shit. Not a bunch of random shit. Multiple different things while I've been figuring out what the hell I want to be doing. On top of that, we got a fuck ton of rain, so our basement flooded, which is wonderful. Not too bad though. Essentially, it's just little trickles of water that come in and seep down towards the drain. So it's pretty easy to deal with. Pretty much just have to move the beanbag. That's it. But today I am going to be working on some underhive terrain. I'll drop this down just a smidgen. So essentially, to explain what the hell this is, what I'm doing, I've been printing a bunch of stuff for Necromunda, as you all know, or you may not know. I've been printing a bunch of stuff for Necromunda. And when I mean a bunch of stuff, I mean a fuck ton of stuff. Essentially, let me grab a couple of them. Essentially a 4x4's board worth of, like, legitimate looking Necromunda terrain. I have 4x4 worth of these tiles. The OG, not OG, OG would be this, would be Forge World. But Games Workshop's like official, like some more tiles, and then printing a fuck ton of terrain to go on it. These clip, for those of you who have not seen it, that clips on there. And then there are little indentions to help these stay where they need to go. I'll probably end up mounting these because this is pretty flimsy. But I might end up going the same way that a couple other people typically do, which is using these as flooring on here. But we'll see. The main reason, and hey, why am I doing this? Well, I have a 4x4 ZM board already from 30K that I never finished building because, you know, changing games, that kind of stuff. However, I did put a lot of time in them already, which is what this is down here at the bottom. All these cables and what have you. We're gonna hide, you know, where the cables meet up into this, so it's all gonna look legit. But from here, I am just updating these and kind of making them, instead of using these 4x4 tiles, which, let me grab another one just so. Like this. These are based on the old Silver tiles. Again, these are 3D printed. This is with my previous printer, which was not great. And I also didn't know anything about what I was doing, so the prints did not turn out great. And then again, I've added a bunch of details, stuff like that. But because of the shit quality of the prints, we're going to have to texture the hell out of these, which is great for the underhive, but not so great for a ship that is, or a space station that's, you know, pretty used and not in the 40K yet. It would still be pretty nicely kept. So the thinking is, use this stuff for Necromunda, use that stuff for 30K when we get there, if we get there, just because I need to just actually pick projects. So we're pretty much just gonna be working on this. Nobody's in chat, at least that I can see. If you are, hey, give me a shout out so I don't feel like I'm talking to myself. But I'm pretty much just gonna be kind of gluing this shit on here today. I'm trying to think of the best angle. Possum! Hello, my sweet. Thank you. I'm pretty happy with it so far. I think we're gonna go out here. Whoop, hold on. Not trying to crotch shot you. There we go. That looks good, right? About there. Maybe. Here. Yeah, that's good. That looks good. Ho, ho, ho. And I might. And thank you, Possum. I'm very happy with it so far. I might put some tunes back on. Let's see. Theo and I have been listening to Perturbator while working on Thrin and Necromunda Terrain. And this, is this the Corpo Dead God oil rig? This is for Necromunda. I got kind of distracted thinking about that and started working on tiles because I have a bunch of tiles already. And yeah, Thrin got me really pumped about building Underhive shit. So yes and no. This is going to be initially for Necromunda, but there is something else that I am working on that I can't talk about fully yet, that will probably utilize this as well. It's made of mundanium. Mundanium! And trash! Yeah, it's got a very... I'm getting to have like my little fun godling kind of time. Just putting cables and shit everywhere. But I'm definitely enjoying it. This is going to have finer mesh on top of here. I just need to... Pretty much I'm trying to block out where I want it to end. I know I don't want it to try to... I'm not going to try to... I don't think I want to. The difficulty of making something completely square, like above a foot, when I have multiple levels is pretty difficult. But like the only time I've really ever truly had to fuck with that was godling, and it sucked. But I had a box to like keep it all in. This I don't have the box. So I was thinking I could build a platform that was not completely even with the edge, but it would be close enough, and then we could use, you know, connectors or whatnot, because absolutely I want every one of these to be freestanding. But the initial plan is I kind of want to build, I guess, yeah, there's just a good chunk of Underhive that can be used for playing Karstic Domain games. But I really liked the idea of repurposing these since I have to texture them anyway. And a lot of this stuff, again, going with the Thrin. The Thrin mode of building is, I guess, what got me to be like, fuck, I want to work on that. Like, I can get, you know, I can do a little bit of this, a little bit of that, because, I mean, certain terrain I want to be able to switch between the two, just dirty stuff. Obviously the super mutated stuff for Thrin and like super stark, like shadows and light stuff I won't be able to use for Munda, but a lot of stuff I want to be able to multi-purpose. Anywho, I've got so much stuff that I'm just like, oh man, I need to use this, I need to use that. It's just like both Thrin and Necromunda, it's just like all the materials, like the brick and shingles and shit. It's just like, yeah, that's just as commonplace in the Underhive as anything else. Like every material is there because it's just a trash heap. So I'm just really excited. And I think I'm gonna start gluing some stuff. And this is where I start gluing things. Not like that though. Not like this. It's kind of hard to figure out which little corner or little area I want to start with. And that was one of the issues that I was having yesterday. I'm kind of thinking, actually, yeah, let's do that. I need to. Most of these are just roughly broken, not intentionally made a certain shape. And I'm just using hot glue. If perturbator is too loud, let me know. And should I drop it down lower? Let's drop it like it's hot. Yeah, just building that up. And I think that's probably what we're gonna keep doing here for a second. Yes, that is what we're going to keep doing. Need more glue in my glue sticks. Grave sector. Morning, y'all coming to Under the Dice? I know I am. Possum, I believe you are as well, correct? Yeah, let me pull that camera back up here. Boop, 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 boop. There we go. And welcome, Grave Sector. Good to have you. Good to have you. Yes, I will be there. I am sure. I have absolutely no idea what I'm going to be doing there, but I'll be there. The idea of doing a class definitely has been up in the air, but I'm terrible at marketing. That's really what it comes down to. Planning, I'm good at planning. Marketing, I'm terrible. I don't like to do it at all. I just hate marketing. Just in general. Let's see. That looks good. That looks fun. That looks hip. That looks like what the kids are into these days. Yeah. No. Over here, though. Yeah, I will be running underground shit. I will definitely. I want to jump in on something that you will run, Possum. I'm just going to hang out with possums. You'll find me with the Karst crew and the possum. For some reason, find me in the club popped in my head, but I was also thinking possum in the club, bottle full of bugs, and I like that. I like the idea of you having a bottle that's just filled with bugs, and it's just like, man, if people fuck around, they might find out. Oh boy, we talked about it also, fam. What events did you all sign? Nice. I bet you'd have no problem filling it. Most of the posted classes are full, so folks are looking for things to do. Oh, okay, yeah. And I had a bunch of people that were like, yeah, I definitely would do it. What events did y'all sign up for? Nemo, Shane's freehanding class, Tanner's sculpting class, and the They're Not a Sea Narrative event. Man, I haven't. I guess I should look into anything that is on there, and I guess I should type up any event that I'm wanting to do. I hate that, like, my brain's just like, man, you know what'd be really fun? What if I just bring Merkborg and, like, the things I need to play, and then at a certain point in time, at a random point in time, I'm just like, hey, I need 4 people. Just impulsive things. I like to do impulsive games, but that's an insane thing to do, and I need to stop doing that. I'm an adult, damn it, not a wildebeest. This song fucks. I just blazed through Hotline Miami again. I don't know if you guys have ever played that, but fuck, I love that game. And Ruiner. I'm going through Ruiner again. Ruiner is one of my favorite games. Apparently they did make a Ruiner 2, which I'm like, fuck, I don't have a, I'm console baby. I don't know if they're taking more events, but you should check. I ruined fucks. Yeah, Ruiner is one of, like, my absolute favorite games. Good job, puppy. Kill boss. Yeah, man, I absolutely love that game. Definitely, I've just been in that vibe. I've just been in cyberpunk vibes super hard. and it's just made me want to build Necromunda, Enter an Odyssey stuff. Oh yeah, hey, I guess I should show you guys Mr. Peanut. So I hate this. Also, by the way, I'm just gonna go ahead and put this out there now. So I am making things to be cast. I'm not gonna go into all that. We won't go into all that. I'm just gonna say this. I think I have figured out. It kind of sucks when you're like, man, I made something, and you're like, man, I think this is going to be the single most popular thing I ever make. And then you can just kind of sit there and just like look at it and just be like, God damn it. Because it's good. It's real good. I haven't played Ruiner, and for a second thought, you were talking about Receiver 2. Oh no, you need to play Ruiner, Possum. Receiver likewise, Fox. I've not played Receiver. So Ruiner is a... It's not top-down. It's a third-person action, like twin stick shooter, cyberpunk. But you have this helmet and a soundtrack. Fox. But it has one of my absolute favorite lines from any video game, from anything ever. But the mother, the AI, like when they see you, they're like, I will snort your fucking ashes. And I'm just like, God, that's so fucking metal. I'm like, hell yeah. Hell yeah. I want to say that to somebody and then do it. What was I going to say? Oh yeah. Mr. Peanut. Yeah, I need to check out Receiver then. Let me get a sip of coffee and then we'll get to Mr. Peanut. Obviously, his name's not going to be Mr. Peanut. It's probably like P3 in something. And the MR is the manufacturer, like MR number. But this is for some Thrin shit that I am working on. I'm not going to get too into it, but I will show you Mr. Peanut as of right now. So, I think when we last left off, I was working on some Thrin dudes. Some little conversions, and I'm very happy with them. I'm gonna put that one up there so you can't see it yet. I switched the base sizes for these guys because I realized that they should actually be on 40s. They are definitely larger than you know, the standard infantry, I think, casket. These would be sarcophagi. So I'm really happy with them. I like them. Gonna be doing, you know, more detailed work, but just as far as components, like basic things, the vibes there, very much inspired by Revenant, which is one of my all-time favorite like monster designs. The Revenant from Doom 2016 just has a lot of love. Sarcophagi, hell yeah. And then I started working on this guy who is another sarcophagi, which is essentially, this one is going to be like a tripod that's just kind of like just all wiggly, but with lots of corpses like grafted to it, with like probably some kind of big like saw weapon and then like a big gun. But yeah, I was just trying to mess around with just like, okay, what if I just completely scratch built this shit? Because that's a this is literally floral wire, 4 I think hubcap parts from like a car, and then a super glue cap bottle. It's a crazy glue bottle, and then 3 pieces of styrene. Then we made, thank you. Yeah, I really like the shape of them. And then I made this little guy, and I realized, oh my God, making little guys is the funnest thing in the world. I'm really excited to detail all of these, which will be pretty quick and just fun. But it's just like, oh shit, it's just a little skull guy. I can just imagine him just being like, ooh, ka-ching, clink, 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 clink. And then his little hammer, it would just be like, clink, clink, clink. I really like the idea of them being just like really just kind of shit. But like real good. And that kind of led to this character, which is a fever dream. I mean, it pretty much, it was just one of those quick, oh, hey, what if blank? Oh, yeah. And then blank and blank, blank. And then like a minute later, I'm like, okay, well, now I've got a fully fledged concept with characters and all these things that just poured from like putting 2 pieces together. This is Mr. Peanut. And we got a long way to go yet, but this is his basic shape. But I really started to think about the urns, which in Threnna Odyssey, urns are the smallest unit. They're like drones, so like the little guys. And I was like, man, like what if a little guy was just like, oh yeah, it's just like one dude's, hell yeah, that rocks. I knew as soon as I made it, I was like, man, fuck me. As soon as I like got the mental image of what it's gonna look like when he's done in my head, and the character that he is, and his friends, I was just like, oh my god, I fucked up. This is gonna be, this is all people are gonna want now. I'm gonna go from being the scary guy to the goofball robot dude, because like the idea was at some point in time in Threnna Odyssey, because it's the corpo bullshit. I don't want to say it wrong. Here's my book. Decabria. Yeah, I think it's Decabria, or Decabaria. There is one corporation in Threnna Odyssey that from the moment that like Clay started to tell me about the game, he was like, oh, this is absolutely the corporation that you will go with. And it absolutely is, because it's the Communications Corporation and Entertainment. And everything about that is just so good. The perks and the flaws of them are pretty much everything is just like a show, like it's all a show. And then also their spell is what even is reality, or what even is real. And so it's just like, yeah, this entirely clicks with me. So that quickly escalated into me thinking, man, you know, at some point in time, this piece of shit company is going to make these, like, they're going to try to like, hey, where can we cut corners? Well, you know what would be better security instead of a person? What if we just had like a robot, or better yet, like a dead guy? Or, you know, we'll work it out. We'll workshop it. We'll workshop it. And that enters Mr. Peanut, which is a small automaton that has X amount of phrases that are designed to intimidate, so it doesn't have to actually fight people, but then it can fight if need be. And I was just thinking, you know, I just finished watching Split Second, which we watched again Saturday. My buddy Sam came over, just paper. Sam came over and I made him watch that, and he loved it. And like myself, at multiple times through the movie, he said, holy shit, this is one of the best movies I've ever seen. And then when the ending came, his mind was also broken like mine was. If you haven't seen Split Second, the 1992 masterpiece with Rutger Hauer, please do. I'm gonna have to do. I'm gonna write an article or something. People are gonna know how much I love this movie. It's so fucking ridiculous. Oh my god, I love it. Anywho, that kind of all of this led to, and the thing is, like, so there's a certain point in the movie, X amount of minutes into it, when Sam looked at me and he literally said the exact same thing that I said to Kelly when we watched it, which was, holy fuck, he's just the Santa Claus from I Think You Should Leave. And it's so good. It's so good. I don't know. There's just something about 80s / like early 90s. Like, they were clearly supposed to be, like, they were made in the 80s, but they didn't come out until the 90s for like budgetary reasons and like all the other things. But it's clearly an 80s movie. 80s action dialogue is some of my favorite. So I just started to think about this little goofball robot that kind of looks like a pill or a can. Just something that's just like, man, that looks fucking goofy. But what if it had, like, you know, certain action heroes like phrases, or just like, it just kind of sounded like Rutger Hauer and was just like, hey, fuck you. Ugh! And that's how Mr. Peanut was born. and that very quickly led to a whole nother thing that I'm going to be working on for Thren, that I'm really excited about. That heavily features Mr. Peanut and his crew. But yeah, I'm going to be trying to figure out how to make these more cast friendly and also, you know, completely sculpted that way. But yeah, be expecting 4 little goofball robos. As far as the next thing, this is also Thren related. I'm working on this guy. All awful faces. This is going to be a big monstrosity. So essentially, this is another thing. If you're wondering, hey, what kind of games does Eli like? Do you think he would like Thren Odyssey? Yes, I would. And you can tell that I would, because every game of Thren has a monster. An AI-controlled monster that is just on the board. And if you know me, you know that is what I like. I love when there's just something awful that just, it's like, yep, it's just there also. You got to deal with that. Now, it's not necessarily part of the mission all the time, but it is there. It sucks. I love that. That is just great. So yeah, I really like the idea of sculpting some stuff that would be, you know, Thren is you know, agnostic all across the board, but I like the idea of sculpting something in support of it. You know, my boy's game, and also I very much have fallen in love with it. But the line of cyberpunk and like eldritch horror cyberpunk, it's just like, I'm like, man, I'm really teetering. I like both. I'm really vibing with both right now. So it's just like, I was doing some non-eldritch at the moment, but you never know. And on top of that, that just means it's not on Earth in Thren. There are other settings in Thren, but I'm not going to talk about that just yet. But yeah, so that's a whole bunch of stuff that I'm yapping about. Man, this song's also great. But yeah, the Ruiner soundtrack is sick. Absolutely excellent. What else had he? Underhive. Necromunda Underhive had he. Banger soundtrack as well. And I don't remember who I was talking to about that, but they literally were like, oh, I just interviewed so-and-so. Was it? Wasn't Possum. No. I don't remember. Barrel number 2 is done. All right, let's get to hot gluing. My hot glue gun's been on this whole time. Oh my goodness. So much trash. Or treasure. It just depends. It just depends, my sweets. So that's another thing. So another big chunk of why I was like, man, I kind of want to work on some Necromunda as opposed to just Thren. I have so much GW specific terrain, like, that is just like, I need to use it for something, and man, oh man, I'm just excited about Necromunda. So hey, guess where it's going. I do need to figure out what predominantly is in this bag. I think it's mainly tiles, but I think there's also some good bits. So I'm just gonna kind of the music is too loud. I can fix that, but if not, that's good. Yeah, so these are pretty much all, you know me, I never keep anything the way it is, because I'm never happy with anything I make. That's not true. Everything I've made in the past year, I'm pretty happy with. I'm getting better about that. I honestly owe a lot of that to you guys, so thank you all. Truthfully. Door. Yeah, so pretty much all of this for Visterion, this is going to shock you. I am a crazy person and bit off, I mean, an insane amount, more than anyone could ever even possibly think that they could do. So I don't know. I don't know what my problem is. But not only did I like build all the demons that I did not completely finish because that would have been too much. I also built a like 4x4 city like board of a flooded cathedral. That upon returning, I was just like, okay, well, I'm not going to use that for anything. Which in hindsight, it was a really sick board, but or you know, amount of terrain. And it's all at this point, yeah, disassembled. This is just a bag of random bits, but we need to go through it because I'm going to need to know where a lot of this is anyway. So I'm going to put, let me grab another box. I am on live. Good. Beep boop boop ba. Where is a bucket? There's the bucket. Yes. This is a bucket. Oh God, that's not empty at all. It was just very lightweight. All right, I'm just gonna dump this 3D printed shit in the other 3D printed shit. Sorry, my sweets. Oh yeah. Speaking of cyberpunk, one day, maybe sooner than we think, but who's to say? That was one day we'll build that super cyberpunk 2077 kind of city for the Golden City, but that might actually get roped into thread. We'll see. We'll see how that goes. Dope. So I'm essentially just kind of going through all this and putting the flooring in that box. And then the rest of this, I'm pretty sure is going to be bits. But that's kind of what I'm using right now. This was dumb. This was a mistake. I'm going to need to get one of these and turn it upside down. Doors. So those are definitely one of the things I was talking about that's like, yep, there's not much I can do with a big acrylic door other than 40K or flipping it over. But that seems like a waste, and I kind of honestly want to try to, I don't need to try to score that. That's insane anyway. Now these were kind of what I was mainly looking for, because those are probably going to go up around that corner. I 3D printed a bunch of them because, again, I built a little city, flooded city with a bunch of little trenches, a whole bunch of people, spikes and what have you, for a very Underhive kind of vibe, but very specific for Visterion. Did not get used. Yeah, those are good. Just dropped it. Hey, don't know how I feel about this bit. There it was. And this is not the one I'm looking for. There's a frustrating amount of stuff all over the floor. Here's what I was looking for. The weirdest ASMR. How did my nails get so dirty already? They were not that dirty moments ago. Yeah, there's a lot of good bits in here. And a lot of stuff that just needs to go in the trash, like that cardboard. Or not cardboard, but paper. So, that's a rhino door. Lots of old Cities of Death stuff. Predominantly. That's part of the door. Those are good. Put the tiles back in here. Which I don't think we want to go with them because they are 2 inches. Yeah, each of these is 2 inches, which means that they match the squares on the Sonar tiles board, which I'm sure was at least slightly intentional on their design parts ideas. But these in floor, 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 floor. Okay. Yeah, again, lots of things that don't really fit anything other than 40K. Big evil stuff. And this is kind of the stuff that I was looking for, though. The weird shit that's going to just kind of fill in spots where I've cut things apart. Rhino. Old rhino. Okay. Cup. now that I've got all this shit all over here. Good, good, good. Let's see. So I'm trying to do in that corner. I think I want to try to build up in the bottom. That seems the most logical choice. So, over here. What are our options? Go with that. I don't hate that. Just go ahead and snip this. And yeah, just pretty much emptied all that shit out here, just so I have a bunch of random shit that I can kind of fill holes with when the time comes. Which is going to be soon. I'm going to snip that now because I know there's no way in hell it's going to be flat. Alright. Yeah. I like that too. I'm happy with that. I'm happy with that. Yeah, so these, you might remember, were, what was it, 3D layered scenery, printed catacombs from the, shit, what is that set? Ankerborough. One of the sets I have from 3D layered scenery, which again, love their stuff, but size-wise, they were not really the height that they needed to be for what I was going to use them for. So into the bin they go, and I'm happy with the choice. So we're going to be filling a lot of this stuff in. So more than most likely, I'm probably going to end up just probably filling these spots with like styrene until I can figure out exactly what I want to do with them. But I know that looks right. Now right here though, I like the idea of it being brick. Yep, that looks good. That looks good. I think, or do I want to go this way? Those are both good. I think that's how we want to go. Yeah, I want to make this as, I'm trying to keep playability key. As with all terrain that I make, I really try to make sure that one, looks amazing, two, is able to be played on. And I know that the more of this kind of stuff that I have, the more difficult it will be to put them in the middle of it. Like, this is going to block X amount of hand space from certain angles. That's the kind of stuff you have to keep in mind. So I wanted to make sure that the next floor, essentially, and the idea, what I guess allow me to further expand on that. When I mentioned using the other tiles as a second floor, it would have been with the assumption that this is the first floor. And I wanted to, make sure that, like, the second floor, the subfloor, I would say subfloor. The main subfloor is like a foot. There's going to be smaller, gantries. But then the idea that there could be another floor up here at 24 inches. I like that idea and the overall height. If not 24, I think 24 is 36 seems right, but that's so tall. But that is right. I think that's right. If I was going to fully make a to scale what I think the floor, like spacing, that seems right. And that would match also with my piece that I was planning on using for a hab. So yeah, we'll get to that eventually. But yeah, trying to keep that in mind. I want to be able to make sure that everything can be played on. Playability is such a key part. Yep. So I'll come back here. This needs something to block that in, and I'm thinking honestly we might end up going with some kind of like a generator or something, like there. Perhaps, but something smaller, or yeah, that would do it. Uh-oh. Here comes the teddy bear. He's risen from his slumber. Hey, Bugwog. He says, we're definitely going to put some kind of screen or something, some kind of component looking bit over that. Then we'll probably I think I liked the idea of this, but I want to make sure. I think that's better. Yeah, we're going to go with that. Theo, my boy, your little clock is a little off as of late. I have noticed. He says, Dad, come on, It's time. It's not. It's not even 9 yet, my boy. That is some hot glue, my sweets. Ooh, ooh, it's burning my skin. Not a bit. Well, I mean, it kind of is, but not an intentional bit. Cookies. Okay, I think he's like, okay, fine, maybe I'm wrong. Or maybe I'm not wrong, but I'm not right, apparently. Yep, that's looking right. My baby Leo was so happy I came back home. Oh, I'm sure. Little babies. They get so needy when you're gone. They're just good. He is just down here by my feet. He says, hey, come on, Dad, what are you doing? Honey, we're streaming. You know that. And also, it's 8:57. Your little kitty clock is very early as of late. He says, take me upstairs. Turn off this noise. You looking for Dracula or something? Dark Tide also has a banger soundtrack. I might do the break here. That way I can take him upstairs. And I also do have to pee, and I'm thirsty, very thirsty. I'm realizing that now. So yeah, we got those parts glued on. I'm making progress. It's doing it. We're doing it. I'm really liking it too. This is gonna be sick. I'm very happy with this choice. I'm going to pause here, take a quick little break. Be right back, my sweets.
When she comes, she's made of bronze and stone. And I'm just fur and teeth and blood and bitter angry bones.
Okay, we are back. Sorry about that. And no, his little kitty clock was not off. I'm a terrible parent. I forgot to feed my sweet children this morning, apparently. Now, that doesn't mean that there was no food, but I did not do my job of putting another scoop in, and I understand that. I'm sorry. Shame. Ding, ding. All right, do we want to make this even? I don't know if we do. Do we want to? No, I do kind of like that. I do kind of like that. I think that's what we're going to do. Yeah, just like that. Now I'll go back over here. I'll turn these tunes on real quick. Not that loud though. Sorry about that. Okay. Do we want to do that? Or do we want to break that up? We might want to break it up. Snip just a little bit of this too. That way. You can slide it there just a little bit further. I need to take just a few. Just a little snip off there. We're going to go right there. sure I do not put too much stress on it, or it's going to cause this to break. So this is a little brittle. This is the some vape component housing. But yeah, plastic's very brittle. So if we try to quickly cut it all, like we normally do, brute force style, it will splinter. There we go. And by doing those cuts in there, essentially we're adding space. But it's going to splinter too, and that will give us, that's what we want. Now I might try to go a little bit. I think that's good. That's good. Clamp. Vice, not clamp. Okay. I think that's what we want. Perhaps, yeah. I think so. Yeah, I think that will put that right there. Nah, right there, yeah. Maybe right there. Man, I burnt the hell out of my hand. Finger, specifically. Thumb, more specifically. Okay, I think there. I think that's what we're wanting. There we go. Yeah. think that's what we want there, but I'm not sure. If we want that mounted like this. Now, as far as painting, nah, no, that's good. There we go. I don't think I ever finished that thought about my other dice. But yeah, no, I was messaging them, and I need to get back to them. Terrible at planning, I am. Without a definite goal. Okay, so those are coming out. That means that needs to go up a little bit. There's going to be some kind of apparatus there. Probably cylindrical in nature. It's okay. We just finally got our rental last Wednesday. Hell yeah. There you go. How's that going? Oh, rental as in like a rental car to drive to Under the Dice, or to... Hold on. Am I thinking right on that? I think so. I think I'm right on that. It's okay. We just got a rental. It's gonna be sick. A rental to sleep in. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Gotcha. Hell yeah. I think I like that. I think I like that a lot. All 12 of us. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I don't know how many people are in the Car6 house. It's a crew. It's a crew. There's gonna be so many just crews set up. I love it. I love it. Those are good. I like that. Yeah, I really like the shape that this has taken. I think we want to go. Sorry, no wire B&B. I don't know what. So I'm riding up with like the Car6 crew. So that was like a big factor for that. But I am not sure what they are doing. I'm not sure. No. I don't think that they are staying with us. I don't know how many people are in our place. I just know that they were like, hey, we're getting a thing, and then you can ride up with us. And I was like, I'm in. So no, that makes me sad now that I've thought about it. But yeah. Sad. I will see them. They will be seen. No need to be sad. Is that it? Man, I don't want to overdo these things, but they seem like very good for that kind of. There's corners. Yeah, that looks great. I love that. Yeah, no, I guess no wire B&B this year. It'll be a karstic. That's what I'm here for, babes. Being sad, making others sad. That's not true at all, Possum. You have helped me be far less sad. So, bam. I think we're thinking right there, maybe. That seems right. I'm vibing it. That's what I'm here for. Make the people sad. I have to go get a drink. My water is over there. Don't you wiggle on me. It's wiggling. Might end up doing some foam, maybe? Not foam. No, not the foam. Not foam, but Now that actually does look pretty sick. Raise that up. Have that kind of there. Squarish. Yeah, I'm thinking maybe. Just drop a little bit more. It's about yay high. I'm gonna connect it like this. Or now we could just keep it simple. But I don't know about that. I don't know about that at all. That needs a pipe in the middle of it. Like that. That needs a pipe in the middle of it, just like that. And that was the hot glue right on my fingers, my sweet. I loved it. I'm sure there's another. Okay. like that. And then we will figure out what to put in these little brick spots here. Which is probably gonna be brick. But perhaps not. There's not very much space there. Hey. We're gonna call that one good, I think. Yeah. Don't get burnt. Dun, 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 dun. Don't get burnt. Oh my goodness, I did not get burnt. Alrighty. That one's going to be more difficult. And not too much, I suppose. Just cramming trash in. Just cramming the trash in. Yeah, there we go. That looks great. A little more trash for the top. Yeah, that sounds great too. Please don't burn my fingers. Oh no. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, I'm really vibing with how this is looking so far. That is from Lehman Russ. And now it's part of this wall. Okay. Oh, I was just thinking that I think the wires, I don't think that they are, I know that they are a lot closer. I don't remember if they got a B&B last year or if they only did a day. I don't remember. Not sure what their plans are, but I completely forgot about that also. Their proximity. Let's see. I don't really want to use anything that's got two sides. Two unnecessarily. That way I can I think we're gonna go like that. That way I don't lose any details. But I mean, some of it we're just gonna have to get rid of. It's not worth keeping all of it. Flail. God. Come on, hot glue. Quit being awful. Hot glue's just like, no. I like being terrible. Is it that? It might be that. There we go. Over here. Oh, hot glue. I never went and got a drink. I'll be right back. It's like, why is my mouth so dry? Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm really digging that. Looking for something almost squarish. Okay. I like the idea. I like where we're going with this. Which means that this needs to be shaved a smidgen that way. Okay, let's see. I'm feeling good about this. Okay. side of something, but that's fine. That's the kind of shit that we're talking about, though. Yeah. Okay. I don't think there's any. Nope. So. Is Shinkly running an event at Under the Dice? I believe so, but I don't know for certain. I am out of touch on the Under the Dice situation. Apparently, I am realizing I have no idea what anyone is doing or my plans even. Other than I've got a place to stay. And how I'm getting there. But I do believe he's running something. And I know Clay is doing a Thrin thing. Okay, here's a question for you all. How many people would you want in a class? If you're going to have a class that I was going to teach something, at what point are you like, okay, that's too many people? Like, because that was one of the questions that they asked me was, how many seats do you need? It was just like, I have no idea. But that's a question I think I'd like to know what people who actually want to take a class would want. I don't want anyone to be like, there were too many people, or I felt weird, it was just me and him. Just one person class. And also, what to charge? How long should that class be? I was thinking an hour, 10 to 15. Okay, did you buy tickets? I have not bought tickets. I have not done shit. So, like, I guess I need to do stuff. But same thing with, like, reaching out to them about a class. Like, they're like, oh, yeah, you know, Steve loves you. So just let him know what you want. And, you know, I reached out to Steve, and he was like, hey, here's a submission form. And I was like, cool. And then this is where I'm at. 10 to 15. Okay. Is that 10 to 15 people? Yeah, I'm assuming 10 to 15 people. How much should I charge for said class? Is that, or is that the 10 to 15 per class? I don't know. This is the whole thing. I'm just like so anxious about asking people for money. I'm bad at capitalism. I don't know cost. Okay, 10, 15 people per class. And also, I don't know the space. Like, but I'm thinking the biggest thing that's been requested is repositioning. And that, I feel like people do need to know how to do green stuff for that. So I guess I could make a, you know, hey, this is an intermediate or an advanced class. I guess not really. And then I need to look into what I need to get for that. See, that's the thing. It's just like, there's so much planning. But I do want to do that, and I do think that that would be something that people want. Now, as far as that, should I include the tools that are needed? Like, oh, hey, bring these tools. Or should I, like, have the tools supplied included in the cost? That way you can be like, oh, I'll take these home. But then I don't want anybody to get anything that's like, oh, I can't take that home because I'm flying. But I don't think I have anything like that. So it wouldn't be anything like that anyway. So that's a moot point, Eli. Moot. Okay. No, I will think about that today if it's not too late already. No, I need to do that. Sup, beautiful. Good morning, Chris. How are you? Chris, how many people would you want in a class if you were learning how to reposition models or sculpt or anything from me? How many is too many people? And how much do you want to pay? Do you want to have to bring your own tools? Do you want me to provide tools? How many is too many smooches? Too many comments. Did not take class. Too afraid of getting smooched. Not enough smooches. All my reviews are very negative, but it's all because I don't smooch people enough. I was told there'd be smooches. There were no smooches. No, that's a waste. Good, just woke up. Hell yeah, hell yeah. I think 20 is the limit. You can provide the tools at a cost, and I don't know how much for a class. Okay, it depends on who is smoking. 20 is the limit. You can provide tools at a cost, and I don't know how much for a class. Okay, cool. All right, I'll look into everything we need, which is, I mean, pretty much just pin vise. Like, pin vise is the main thing, and some snips. I'll get a list of everything together for that. Yeah, this is good. Good vibes. Tool costs plus what you think your time is worth. Yeah, okay, cool. Hell yeah. Yeah, I think that's good. I think that's a good idea. Yeah. I'm really vibing with this. I just want to keep building Necromunda stuff, but I'm just like, oh boy. Kind of getting a little pooped. Building Necromunda stuff. Ouch. But I'm feeling it. This is good. We're getting there. I'm liking the brick. I'm liking the vibe we got. What was that? I don't know. Okay. So I need something to go over this hole. And it doesn't need to be this. But that does look good. At Under the Dice, I'd charge less. At Local, I'd do it as free as possible for the community. AdCon charges as much as possible. See, that's what, yeah. At Local, I'd do it as free as possible for the community. That's it. Like, I have very few ways of paying my bills at the moment. So I'm trying to feel like, how do I divert my time? But that is something that I want to do. I want to teach people, and I think doing it locally, yeah, I would like to do classes locally for free, and at Under the Dice I'd like to charge, you know, as little as possible. Adepticon though, yeah, that definitely, I think you nailed it there. Yeah, I don't know, I haven't shown grief, I guess, since I worked on it. I can do that. Speaking, we're probably gonna bounce off here in a second, but speaking of making things, yeah, I'm getting ready to get back to work on this guy after we end here, but this is where grief is. I have gone back over the teeth, filed the teeth, made them extra, you know, nice and tight. And then pretty much just going in. Jesus Christ. Thanks. Yeah, it's grief's really getting there. Got all of the texturing on the base done. Now it's just a matter of painting. But yeah, I added all the nails back. I got the bells reattached. I still have to touch up, paint the black on them, but from here it is just finishing this bad boy up. And the face is definitely, I think since painting it black, it definitely looks a lot more fucked up. There we go. Yeah, good old grief. Wah, wah, wah. Grief. But yeah, I'm really happy with grief. But yeah, that is the commission I'm currently working on. Or not commission, but it's a piece I'm working on that is going to be sold. And then the sculpts for Ramshackle, the various Ramshackle sculpts. those are what I've been working on. But I also got to find a job. It's about time. About time we find a little part-time physical labor job, I think. I don't know, man. But yeah, no, I will do some planning. I will figure out a class. 20 is the max, 10 to 15 people. You getting minis made? Yeah, so I've been working on some sculpts for Ramshackle. This is one of the things I've been working on, this big awful monstrosity. It's just going to be a whole bunch of faces, like one mold, one piece mold. But that's one of the things I'm working on that I'm pretty happy with. I wanted to have a big awful monster made. And then I've been doing working on these four for the mini gangs. Essentially, it is a black king and I'm trying to remember what the other was. The black king and 3. It's essentially, it's like a cyberpunk Eldritch Dracula and brides. Oh yeah, it's the Black King and a Council of 3. That's what it was. Derp derp derp. And then yeah, Mr. Peanut. I know I'm gonna be working on getting Mr. Peanut. Mr. Peanut and his crew. We're gonna figure out how to get them cast, because I've got a lot of ideas for this little guy and his stories. Hey, fuck you! Get back here! Clink, 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 clink. Just trash can chasing you. A little trash can like this big. Just clink, 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 clink. Ah! I like that a lot. Hell yeah, man! Exciting to hear. Yeah, no, I'm excited. I've been trying to work on too many things at once, I think. And I say that as I've got like 3 different and show multiple projects I'm working on. It's just hard to put all your eggs in one basket, and also it's just I gotta have breaks from in between different things. And I'm supposed to record some music stuff for Mr. Pink and for Eric Wire. So I need to do that as well as for myself. So I got a whole bunch of shit I need to do, which is why it's just like God. Okay, I can come up with a course and a syllabus and that kind of stuff, but I've been needing to do that for a hot minute. So I think it just is what it is. I think we're gonna do the damn thing, Eli. Come on. But yeah, no, I'm excited. My mouth is so dry. Yap. But yeah, that was pretty much my thinking about the classes and stuff. Again, yeah, I mean, fuck, I hate charging people for anything, so it's just like I don't ever want seem like I'm trying to be a dragon on a pile of gold, because that's the opposite. But yeah, and I need to make a new post on Instagram or something, an updated blurb about hey, I haven't even finished unpacking, so you're killing it. Well, thank you. I need to make a new post on Instagram or anywhere about commissions and that kind of stuff, just pricing and all that kind of stuff, because I feel like a lot of people are very afraid due to fear of it being insanely overpriced, and it's just like I don't think listing hourly really works for me, because I spend so much time not physically working but thinking. So it's just like yeah, one of those kinds of things. So yeah, I need to come up with a better way to explain how commissioning me to make anything works, because that's the other part, is that it's just like, man, I feel like spending my time when there's people that want things made, spending my time doing other things when I would enjoy doing that is just not as good of a use of time. So, but yeah, that I need to figure out a better way to explain things. And present myself, I suppose. Marketing. I'm terrible at marketing, as we all found, as we all know. Anywho, yeah, with that said, I think I'm probably going to start wrapping up here. I don't even know where the hell my mouse is. Yeah, okay. Possum, Chris and Chris. Possum and Subpar Chris, as well as Grave Sector. Thank you guys so much for keeping me company. I think that's everybody. Yeah, that's everybody. Thank you guys so much for keeping me company. There's hair all over here. I just look so gross. I'm just broke. Otherwise, you'd have my money. No, I don't worry yourselves. And that's the other thing, is it's just like I hate being like, hey guys, pay me to make you guys little toys, when it's just like, I realize that the world's like ending and burning, and it's just, the whole thing is just like, really like, man, my buddy came over, and was just like, yeah, man, I just got like the amount of like Possum, that's the punk scene in a nutshell. That's it. It's just, that is it. The amount of my friends that are like, yeah, man, I just got laid off again. It's just like, oh, yep, that's, it's a weird, we live in weird times, my sweets. And, yeah, thank you guys for your time. That's it. It's the most valuable thing you have. So the fact that you want to spend any of it all with me truly means the world to me. Thanks for hanging out. Until next time, be good to yourselves and each other. Take care. Sit pretty. Always be proud of who you are. Yeah, I'm gonna get to griefing. I think I might. Nah, I'm not gonna work on this a little more. My brain's kind of fried. But I'm really excited about where this is going and how this is looking. It's about damn time I just finished something. So, and Karstick wants to play Necromunda. I want to play Necromunda. I've got too much shit to not play it. Let's play Necromunda. And I can also use it for Thryn. So, anywho, thank you guys so much. Yep. Take care, my sweets. Bye. Thanks again. Beep, boop, boop.